Hearty, delicious, and naturally gluten-free, we are making pupusas for dinner tonight, so come on.
All right, we're going to work on the filling first. Will is cutting up some tomatoes into some big chunks. He's also cutting up some red bell peppers and some white onion. And we're also peeling an entire head of garlic for this. We're using pork shoulder steaks as our meat for these, and we're going to put them in the crock pot, covering them and seasoning with salt, pepper, and some oxtail seasoning. We're calling these like a kind of Caribbean carnitas here. Mixing the seasoning all over the meat, and then we're going to sear it off in some lard in our crock pot. Our crock pot actually has like a searing feature, so we can sear it in there before we turn it into crock pot. So we seared it on both sides. And now we're adding in all those vegetables that we prepared from earlier. Stirring them all around. Going in with about 2 wedges worth of lime juice. Some more seasonings. We've got oregano, salt, black pepper, and for a little bit of spice, going in with some chili arbol powder. Gonna pour in just a little bit of water to add some extra hydration. The veggies will give a lot of moisture to this, and we're gonna put this on low for about 4 hours. After 4 hours, we're pulling out the chunks of meat and we're gonna shred it up before we put it back in there to cook even longer, so it's really nice and tender. After another 2 hours, we're pulling this out for the last time to shred it up. Will's using a pastry cutter, and then later I also went in with my hands just to shred it up just even more. Now we're working on the dough, going in with 2 cups of corn flour with 2 cups of warm water. We're also going to heavily salt this to add some extra oomph to the dough. Once it's all mixed up, it's going to look like that. Now it's time to fill it. I spray my hands with oil, and then I'm getting out maybe a golf ball sized amount of dough, and I'm going to roll it up into a circle, and then I'm just going to pat it out into my hands. It usually works pretty well for me to do that. Going in with some of the meat, some shredded cheese. You can use any white cheese that's going to give you like a good cheese pull from it. Then we're going to bring those edges together before we pat it out into our hands. And you just want to flatten it out. I would say maybe till it's like a 1/4 inch thick, and then you're just going to go into that hot greased pan. Now with all the leftovers from that filling, I'm going to put it in a blender to make a very delicious sauce to go with these pupusas.